Hello everyone and welcome back to the second video for this channel called My Messy Bullet Journal. I changed from my messy bujo because I actually don't like the word bujo that much. It sounds a little bit exotic, and so I decided to change it just to simple My Messy Bullet Journal. So here's my bullet journal again. Leuchtturm 1917, red color, dotted A5, all the fancy things. I added two stickers right here. I just like this one. It says, "Mr. President, we hope you're on our side." It's kind of creepy, but I like it. But I'm not gonna go into detail about the stickers. And this one is from, if any of you guys is a Breaking Bad fan, you're gonna recognize it. It's Los Pollos Hermanos, and it's a chain, like fast food chain that appears a lot in the TV show, but I'm not gonna talk about it too much. So today is March 1st, which means that September has officially ended. And as I said in my previous video, I was gonna do a February flip through. So here it is. It's not gonna be too long because I actually don't have that much because I didn't do many spreads when I started. Since February was my first month, I didn't do many spreads because I didn't want to overcomplicate it, and I just wanted to get the basics down. So here we have my index or my content, and here you can see I filled it up a little bit. Basically February probably ends around here because here it says monthly spread March, so that's where March starts. Here we have my key. It's very simple: task completed, migrated, event completed, star if it's an important event, and then I purchased some Zebra mild liners, which I'm gonna talk about in another video probably, where I talk about the supplies I use, even if they're very minimal. But I'm trying to use a time tracker, so I'm using blue for sleep, red for class, and green for other, which is like appointments or gym and stuff like that. So this is my future log. I probably gonna change it when I start a new bullet journal because the regular bullet journal system tells you to do 3 months per page. I did 4 because I thought I could fit all the appointments in a smaller space, which actually turns out to be false, because as you can see, for example, for April especially, I have a lot going on because my university, the last month of school is April, so the school ends like on April 23rd or something like that. So I have a lot that month, for example. But even here, you see I had to go on the other side, so there's things overlapping here, but I don't care too much. And then I did this, which is my winter 2017 schedule. These are just my classes. I really don't like it now that I'm getting into more of a little bit of creative layouts. So this was when I was beginning, it's very basic, and you see a lot of smudges. I still smudge a lot, and I'm trying to not care too much, but every time I smudge I tend to white it out because it really bothers me. And here we go, here we come into February. For the monthly spread I followed what's the standard bullet journal format. So I wrote February at the top, and then I have my 28 days with the correspondent name days, so Wednesday, Tuesday, Friday, blah blah blah. And then again, important events like tests or like dinners that are important, and I had like an interview. My prime student ended, and I put it there because I needed to cancel it because I don't want to pay $50 for it to renew. Spring break, and here we have the February notes, which I didn't really use. I used it a little bit for some things like the preparation of spring break. And here's the tracker. As you can see, I started on February 6th, and I bullet journal every single day. So I'm proud of that As you can see, gym I slacked a little bit because I went on spring break, so I didn't have an access to a gym. But when I was in university, I went almost every other day, or like every other 2 days. Then we had my homework. Again, when I went to the gym, when I went on vacation, I didn't do much. Then we have pills, which includes like vitamins. I take fish oil and stuff like that. And as you can see, I took them all most of the days. Some days I didn't take some pills, so I just colored in half of it. And then I tried to do like a weather tracker, which doesn't really make sense, so I abandoned it for March. But as you can see, I just put down how hot or how cold it was. Well, at the beginning how cold, because where I'm living it's quite cold, and then I went on vacation in Mexico, which was quite hot and in Celsius. Because I'm originally from Europe, so I do Celsius better. And then 2 liters of water a day. I started off, I was doing okay, and then, yeah, because I went on vacation again, so, but that's it. And then we started with some very basic dailies. I started doing very basic dailies when I started the bullet journal. So you just see the date, and then the task, and then they're crossed off when completed or cancelled or moved. There's only like one that's like migrated right here. I have some notes. I was planning out a party for Mardi Gras because I'm part of the French club at my university, so I just jot down things that we needed to buy. Here is a things watched page. I redid another one in the month of March because I didn't really like this. Here I tried to jot down some tutoring strategies because I'm currently a tutor. I tutor in French and Italian, but as you can see I didn't have many idea. And this actually was very helpful. So it says notes for next month, bullet journaling, and it was just ideas that I wanted to incorporate in the next month, which is March, which I actually ended up including. Like for example this daily time tracker. You're probably gonna see maybe in another video where I explain March and my March layout, how I use it. And this is actually credit from the well-known Boho Berry. I think she came up with this kind of time tracker. So these are just ideas, and I really enjoy doing this. And here's kind of another dailies page. But I tried to make boxes, and I tried to track how many hours I was sleeping, and that didn't, I mean it worked for like the first 3 days, and then the second 2 days I forgot to do it. So and then I had a to-do and notes, which was kind of helpful because sometimes I have like assignments, or I have to like do things like tutor, and then I just put down like tutor, and then I put down like the name of the person that I'm tutoring, what class, and stuff like that. And here I have a packing list for, my school calls it spring break, but it was actually like a second winter break. It's just the things that I needed to bring with me. Here's another page of just notes. I joined the rugby team at my university, and I didn't know anything about rugby. They introduced me to it, and we're still practicing, and there's a lot of new people. But I watched the video on the basics of rugby, so I jot down some things that I found important. And this page, probably gonna keep writing on it for the rest of the year. It's things that piss me off. I think I'm a quite irritable person, and I think this helps me out to see what I actually dislike, and maybe it'll help me, control my anger a little bit. And now we got into my vacation spread. So as you can see, I went to Tulum, which is like an hour and a half from Cancun in Mexico. And I didn't have like daily, I didn't have things to do. So what I did is that here I put down things that I knew I needed to do while on the break. So like I needed to write an essay for French, I needed to do something for my writing class and something for my geology class. And then each day I wrote down things that we did, and like here's for example a ticket when we went to see Chichen Itza, which is the biggest Maya ruin site. But as you can see, every day I jot down a little bit of writing of on what we did, so 19th, February 20th, 21st, and so on. So it ends here, and here are the restaurants that we went in Tulum, but I couldn't remember all of them, so I just put down the ones that I remembered. And here's an example. I actually decided to try out the time tracker for the last 2 days of February. As you can see, Monday 27th and Tuesday 28th. So as you can see, I have 1 through 12 in 2 lines, and basically the night starts up here, and this is all night. So I went to bed at 11, woke up at 8, and I had free time until, well, free time, I usually do homework or like at breakfast or do other things, and then until I have class, and then I had a meeting with a professor, so I put it down with the green marker as others and then nothing. But as you can see for Tuesday, where it was a lot busier, so again I went to bed around 11, woke up at 8, and then I had an interview at 10:30, if I remember well, at 10. I had an interview at 10, and then at 12 I probably ate or something, and then I had class, and then I actually thought I wasn't gonna go to class, but I actually went to class, so this should be red. And then here I had the Mardi Gras event, which was from 6 to 10, but since I'm part of the board for the French club, I went in at 5:15, so I colored in green as other, and it was just an event. And so this is basically all I did for February. As you can see, I didn't do anything too crazy because I just wanted to get used to it. I wanted to get comfortable with the system. But for March, when you're gonna see probably in the next video where I show the differences in my March layout, you're gonna see that I did a little bit more, like such as the gratitude log or sleep tracker and things like that. And my dailies got a little fancier. I also tried a weekly spread in March, but I'm gonna talk about all that probably in another video. And I also want to make another video about the supplies I use. I use very little supplies, so that's basically why this channel is called my Massive Bullet Journal, because I'm not like, from what I've seen on YouTube, the community is very, decorative and very colorful and blah blah blah, and I'm getting there a little bit, but I still want to keep it very manageable. So this was my first month in the bullet journal system, so which included February flip through, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!